Welcome, 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 welcome. Sorry about that, running a couple minutes late, guys. It's all good. All right, I hope you enjoyed the show this morning. Good morning, welcome to Bonnie and Clyde's Morning Talk. Today's date, July the 2nd, 2020. Hey, there's all kinds of stuff happening. The world is going wild, upside down, inside out, and new house arrest is coming. I just playing around this morning, guys. All right, let's jump into the market and see what's going on. I already know, but let's do it anyways. And the market is in the green. Futures were in the green, and the market is in the green. Let's have a look over here. Silver was in the red a minute ago, and it's still in the red. It is down just a hair. But like I said, this right here is just a few minutes behind. It's not actually live, so it could be green right now because it's only down 0.4%. And let's see if we got any big stories right here this morning that's jumping out of the market. And just jobs reports. I suppose that they got a bad jobs report and the market is going higher. If they got a good jobs report, I would say that it would go lower. But that's just the way this market's going. What's right is wrong. What's wrong is right. What's left is right. What's right is left. It's crazy. Seems like that's the way America is turning in anymore. But hopefully it's not as bad as that sounds. Anyway, the market is in the green right now. So that'll make some people happy. Let's see how Bonnie and Clyde's portfolio is doing. Oh my goodness, we're in the green this morning, a whole 0.21%. We was actually up a little better than that a minute ago. It looks like we're getting ready to head backwards. Maybe not though. We'll hope for the best. And let's see how our individual stocks are performing right now. Looks like we got two in the green, and the rest of them are in the red. Wow. Come on, portfolio. Let's make some money. Let's get back some money. All right, that's enough of the market. Let's jump over to Twitter sphere, Twitterverse, Twitterland, and see what's happening in the market. See what's happening on Twitter. I'm so ready to keep talking about the stock market. I think it is crazy. Uh-oh. This happened to come across since we do follow CNBC's stock talks. This happened to come across this morning through the Business and Finance News. FBI arrests Jeffrey Epstein's friend, Ghislaine Maxwell, in sex trafficking probe. That's been a long time coming, guys. She has been under the radar, and if you guys know anything about the Jeffrey Epstein story, she is a big part of it. So let's see how interesting things will get. My guess is she'll probably end up hanging herself or something like that. She'll end up suiciding herself. Maybe. I don't know. That's just the way this has been playing out. Before too many people go down that's big out of that whole sex trafficking thing, people end up dead real quick. And let's go over here and get out of that and finish with the coin and Twitter sphere. NGC's coin of the day, and we like it. In 1979, the U.S. Mint officially released the Susan B. Anthony dollar, celebrating a champion of women's suffrage. And the coin size is similar to the quarter. Everybody knows that. And then that's what led to it being rejected by the public because it was so confusing with the quarter. People just didn't like it at all because they was ending up losing $1 by spending it in place of a quarter. And it happened a lot, and people did not like that at all. They was giving away 75 cents every time they made that mistake. But there is still quite a few of the collectible coins in those years. And that is NGC's coin of the day, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar. All right, let's leave out of Twitter land and let's go over to the U.S. Mint sales now. And again, this week, it's pretty much, this is for week ending June the 28th. And we'll pick out the top 5 here. And coming in at number 5 this week, the 2020 Kennedy 2-roll set, 16,607 total sets sold. Not just this week. This is all the way up till this week. So there was a smaller number than that actually sold up to the week ending. But coming in number 5, the Kennedy 2-roll set. Number 4 is the 2019 American Innovation Dollar Proof Set, with over 100,000 of those being sold to date as of June the 28th. And number 3, the 2020 Proof Basketball Silver Dollar Coin, with 54,486 of those being sold to week ending. And then number 2, coming in at number 2, is the 2020 Silver Proof Set. 225,250 of those sold to date. And hard to believe, but coming in number 1, I would have thought 1 and 2 would have been switched, but number 1, the 2020 Proof Set, 296,106 of those being sold. I guess the price difference going from the proof to the silver proof kicked the silver proofs back to second. But it's still a whole lot of sets sold. And the proof sets moved in that week. 7,342 sets were sold in that week. So that was a big number coming in there. A lot of people racking up on proof sets, trying to get their hands on those beautiful shiny proofs. Alright, so that'll get us out of the weekend in sales. And then we head over to CD in publishing. We have Bonnie and Clyde's is a member of all of that, and they have an article that come out saying that Stackbauer's Gallery announces schedule for August the 5th to the 7th, 2020 auction to be held at the Bellagio Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas! So hopefully that'll do pretty good. If you're in that area, stop on by and join the auction. If you got a cool few million to spread around. I won't be there. All right. Let's see what's going on over here in the chat this morning. Good morning, chat. Thank you all for joining us this morning. I see my main mod and one of my main mods in the chat this morning hanging in there. Good to see you as always, brother. Thanks for joining us. All right, let's move on to the next article right after we get me a drink of morning coffee this morning. You want to stick around for a little while too. I got an interesting, good article to close out the end of the show today. You'll like it. All right, guys. Let's get back into it here. And this next article comes courtesy of Coin Week, talking about PCGS confirms new $17.95 flowing hair $half variety. And the new variety is going to be called the Overton 133. And it is the first new major dye variety to be discovered on a $17.95 flowing hair $half in more than 90 years, according to PCGS. So that is something else for sure. And the article, like I said, the article is over on Coin Week if you want to go over and check that bad boy out. I just figured I would bring in the highlight of it. And then the next article is coming courtesy to us of Coin Week again. So if you really want to check out a couple articles, they did roll out a couple articles here in the last couple days. And the headline on this article is The Secrets to Collecting Walking Liberty $half. And that is definitely one of the all-time most popular $half. And we'll talk about it a little bit here. Issued for 31 years from 1916 to 1947, and which includes 65 date and mint mark coins. So that means there's 65 different coins that's in that actual collection. So it's going to take a minute to get and put together that whole big collection. And some of them are actually pretty expensive. And you guys know that. But anyway, I want to get down and talk about, I want to read to you guys right here a little article, a little take out of the article. With all these great new designs in the years that preceded it, new mastic leaders of the time wanted to see a better design on the $half than the Barber halves, issued until 1915. The United States Mint initially had chief engraver Charles Barber and his assistant George T. Morgan. You see the names there, right? George T. Morgan, the assistant to the chief engraver Charles Barber, prepared designs, but those were not well received. And after considering designs from several artists, the one of German-born sculptor Adolf Weinman was selected for the design that would produce 65 Walking Liberty coins from the years 1916 to 1947. So if you want to check out the rest of that article and get a good read, there's a lot of interesting things in it. You can go right over to Coin Week. My dogs are disturbed and they're acting a little crazy this morning. Good morning. So that's all we have for the coin articles this morning. So we're getting ready to jump over and take a look at the weather and see what's going on. See if it's still snowing out west. Is it snowing? How many feet of snow do they have? What about that, guys? Take a look at the animals just for a second to see what in the world was wrong with them guys. Man, seems like somebody was just standing right outside the front door, just antagonizing them. But they shut up now, so it's all good. Let's see what we got in the weather.
Did you see you have someone new?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good morning, Hectors.
Bonnie's in the house.
And Uni.
Bonnie is in the house. All right, guys, let's see what we got here. And it looks like the hot temperature this morning is once again gonna be it's not gonna be Louisiana this morning. It's gonna be Florida, coming in at a balmy 87 degrees in the lower part of Florida. And the cool spot this morning looks like it's gonna be courtesy of, let me find out exactly where this is, Eagle Nest RV Park in Tonesta, California, coming in at a chilly 48 degrees. And I'm sure it's probably colder in some of the higher elevations and some of the other places like in Idaho and Montana. But I'm going to zoom in here in just a second and check it. Once we get the general scope of what the temperatures are, looks like at the Mississippi River, temperatures are in the mid 70s to the low 80s in Louisiana. And then the East Coast is in the mid 70s to the high 80s in Florida. Then in the middle of the country, on the west side of the Mississippi, from Minnesota all the way to Texas, it looks like temperatures are in the mid 80s. Then we head over to the mountain time zone, and that's where things start getting interesting. Because we have hot temperatures in Arizona of 86 degrees. And as we head north, we've got cold temperatures lurking in Idaho and Nevada of 45 degrees. So I just said a second ago that the low temperature was around 48, but that's because I wasn't zoomed into the area. But once I got zoomed into the area, it looks like the new cold spot is in Prineville, Oregon, 43 degrees. And the temperatures all around in the northwest over there are in the 40s and 50s. Still yet in summer, guys. And the northern part of California and Nevada is still in the 40s also, 40s and 50s. So it is definitely cool out west, with temperatures into the 50s and low 60s all the way down to Los Angeles, California. So things are really starting to get serious out west on the temperature discrepancies that's going on. I think things are gonna start changing around out there. And it looks like the precipitation is cloudy all over the United States almost, but most rain will be located down in Louisiana, the lower part of Texas, and then into Missouri, Nebraska, Kansas, and the lower part of Iowa, headed towards the east coast. So there should be rain all around in that area. And as we head out west again with the precipitation, it looks like there's probably even a slight chance of snow and sleet and things like that in the Idaho area, the northwestern part of Montana, and then the northeastern part of Washington. But man, in some of those higher elevations, I'm sure they are getting snow or will get snow. That is crazy. In summertime, summer snow for everybody. Merry Christmas in July. All right, so that's enough about the weather, guys. And let's go over to that good article to close out the stream this morning that I was telling you about you want to stick around for. And here it comes. Courtesy from San Francisco, California. A man hands out free coffee to his neighbors every morning from his kitchen window. Ha ha! That's what I'm talking about. That's my kind of guy there. And so, reading into the article, a man in San Francisco is making a positive impact on his community by handing out free coffee to essential workers every morning. But it's not just essential workers. He's helping out his fellow neighbors and all kinds of people also. And then he has a sign sits in front of Ben Ramirez's kitchen window offering free coffee to people in his neighborhood. And it says, even if they don't get a cup of coffee, they can stop at the window and just chat. And it says, we have a lot of people in the neighborhood who are either nurses, doctors, or postal workers. And it says they're out there on the front lines risking their lives every day. They deserve something, and they're always happy to see us in the morning for that free cup of coffee. And Ramirez says he sits by his kitchen window from 8 a.m. in the morning until noon, serving coffee to the community. And he says a lot of people stop by just to conversate sometimes because people are still locked up and locked down and they can't get out there. They're under house arrest, so many people. So they just want to get out and have some conversation with somebody different. So they stop by and chat at the window. But we give a big salute to Mr. Ben Ramirez, the coffee man in San Francisco, California. Way to go, guy. All right. That's going to do it for today, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the morning talk show. Thanks so much. We will be streaming tonight, 9 o'clock. Hope to see you there, guys. Come over and join us for the $50 hunts. We should have a pretty good time tonight.
That means it's quarter night.
What is today?
Thursday.
No, would we change something?
Tuesday and Sunday are $50 hunts, and Thursdays are quarter hunts.
Well, I had promised. Well, we'll do some quarters also, but I had also promised I was gonna move out some things from the other night. So I got some catching up to do, and we'll see what happens. Let's hunt some quarters then. And I have some halves that I have to let go of also to make up for the other night. So it should be an interesting show. Let's have some fun. Come join us tonight at 9 o'clock. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you tonight at 9 o'clock.
Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you soon. Happy hunting and stay safe.
Take care.